There we
Um,
go.
where do you work?
So I work just on campus
Great.
on the university's UX team.
Good. The
Yeah.
the UX team, what's that?
So user experience design.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're a computer guy.
hmm
Yeah.
That's, I
Awesome.
hope so.
Yeah. Well, that's great. I'm glad that you could help us out and figure this out. Sorry. And I've wasted so much of the time. We're at
No,
120
you're
now.
good. So it is recording now. So
Great.
I can save it to my computer and we can submit it or upload it or whatever she wants, I guess.
Great.
So if I understand correctly, we're essentially negotiating salary.
It sounds like it. So are we supposed to negotiate as if we are these two individuals?
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Or do we just discuss the worksheets we filled out? No, I think we discuss it. We debate it, right? Or
Yeah, I
negotiate.
think so.
Yeah.
This will be fun.
Yeah.
Let
Are
me.
you a communications major or computer science?
So I am a communication major. Yeah.
Great. Awesome.
I. It's been good. I've been negotiating salary a lot in the last couple.
Have you?
It's been good. I'm trying to find the.
Are you looking for a job or do you work in a position where you're negotiating with others?
So I just accepted a position down in American Fork, actually, and it was
Congratulations.
a. Thank you. It was a very long um, process.
Yeah.
Been like a 3-month excursion.
Gosh, it's crazy when that happens. We're in my husband's in HR and
Mhm.
similar experiences here. It can be just months and
Mhm.
interviewing with different people. So did you go through a couple of phases?
9 different interviews,
Ugh,
um, 4 on my in-person um, set, and then a whole bunch of phone interviews. It took them a
yeah.
ton of time to get not that, the references figured out for whatever
Oh,
reason. I don't
okay.
know. I don't know why. For me, I wouldn't think that it'd be that long, but
So is that not normal for your industry to take that long in hiring?
well, I don't know. It's my
Yeah.
first position, so
Well, that's exciting though.
yeah.
Congratulations. It's all done. You've got, so when do you move?
So my wife and I graduate. My wife graduated last semester. I graduate this semester, and then we let's see. So we delayed our honeymoon a little bit.
Uh,
So we took like a short one,
uh-huh.
but we're flying to Europe for 3 weeks after I graduate, which will be
Wow.
awesome. Yeah.
Great.
And then May 1st, we're looking to move into an apartment down in American Fork, and I'll start May 6th.
That's great. What an exciting time for you both.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
excited.
What a great adventure. Well, congratulations and hope it all goes well for you guys. So
Thank
you're
you.
very experienced then with negotiating. You've been there. I only negotiate with little people. So this is a little intimidating, but
Don't worry, I'm not that great. I'm sure it'll
well,
be interesting.
yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Okay. How are we gonna do this? This is okay. So you're Karen.
Yes. So I'm
You're
Karen
Karen and
and
I'm
you're
Ken.
Ken. Yes. And so yeah, so it sounds like you are the top candidate
Mhm.
it sounds like Karen is I am the store manager.
Mhm.
Looking to hire you as the assistant store manager because good old Wayne has left us.
Mhm.
Um, and you're the top candidate for the position, so we're I assume that we're getting ready to extend the position to you.
We're probably in like some sort of final stages. Well, he's already an employee, so it might not be. Hmm.
That's true. I don't know. See, and that's what I was wondering too, if there were any other candidates. You know, it says that he was the top candidate, but let's see. Doesn't it say that? Um, yeah, it says there under profile, she is preparing to negotiate salary and terms with Ken the top candidate for the assistant store manager position. So it sounds like Ken is the choice, and they're Saneway is prepared to offer.
And then how long have I worked for Saneway?
What's that?
5. So I've already worked there for 5 years. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So do
you start or do I?
That's a good question here. I'm looking at what's your current. The current salary is $32,000 a year.
So one of the key things that I'll use in my negotiation is the fact that technically you wouldn't know that me as Ken is potentially considering moving to my girlfriend.
Yeah, about 40 minutes away.
Yeah. And that would be something that I would very much avoid and beat around the bush in the actual interview.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a big red flag because Karen wants someone who's going to stick around, and I know she lives within walking distance from Saneway. So, yeah. So I guess I could. Well, there was a lot of information this week about getting to yes, and the chapters were some of the chapters we went through last week. So I'm not sure that I am quite an expert at all in that. But I guess what I would think a manager would normally do is just offer. So currently he's making 32, and I would just ask. I would start off by asking Ken what some of your expectations are for this role as far as work and salary. It would make sense that the position does come with an increase in pay. So what would, answering as Ken, what would be some of your expectations there?
Well, I've been with Saneway for quite a while, for a little over 5 years now, and it's been good. I've really enjoyed my time. I mean, I'm able to afford an apartment for me and my cat. We've really enjoyed our time here, and I'm really looking for an opportunity to advance both my career and my my salary, really ultimately my life. And I'm hoping to be able to make a difference here at the Saneway. I've been here a while, and I'm looking for a little bit more responsibility, looking for a little bit more to prove myself so that I can make it worth it to you to really keep me and to help me in my career. Okay, so
I'm glad to hear that you are looking to engage a bit more because this role does require a lot more work. And I noticed that there's not a lot of overtime that you've put in. So how willing are you to occasionally work overtime? And the role does have more responsibility than your previous role.
And honestly, that's exactly what I was hoping to hear, though. A little bit more responsibility would be awesome in helping me and giving me really something to work for every single day. And in terms of working overtime, I think that I'd be much more willing with that added responsibility and with that the opportunity to kind of manage and to lead other people would be an awesome opportunity for me to stretch myself. And I'd definitely be open to working a little bit more overtime and being able to continue to advance my career and progress this store.
Okay, great. That's great to hear because I really do need somebody who's invested in Saneway, who's going to be in it for the long haul. I've been here for 14 years, and it's been a good organization for me. It's really helped me out, and I just looking forward to having somebody who's just as committed as I am to making this a good place to shop and to work. Okay. What right now, I'm just going to be a little bit frank here and just let you know that we still are working on stabilizing profits and losses. So I am prepared maybe to offer you a raise of $2,000 a year in addition to what you currently make for the first year. And then after the first year, we can put things back on the table and renegotiate. How does that, would that align with some of your needs and your goals?
And that would total out at 34, right?
Let's see, you're currently making, yeah,
32.
yeah.
I I mean, I know the position is going to require a lot, right? You mentioned overtime, and you mentioned looking for someone that was more committed and someone that was willing to put in the time. And while that is an extremely generous offer, I was hoping for something along the ranges of 37, 38. I know you guys are still figuring out your profits and figuring out margins, but with the additional responsibility, the headaches, and really the opportunity to grow and the commitment that I would be showing Safeway, I really think that I'm worth a little bit more and would need to be compensated as such.
Okay. Well, I know 37 is it's quite a bit more than saying we might be able to offer in this position right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, as I said, the reality is that we're still trying to stabilize our losses and profits.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure that we can hit that 37,
Mm-hmm.
just at least right now. But that could be a long-term goal for the role.
Okay.
And I'm confident that if you are invested in same way, that you could get there over time. But I'm looking at maybe about a year or so till we can dig out of, or try to get to where we can pay that salary that much.
Kind of some thoughts about that. Salary negotiation is always an interesting thing, right? I'm sure you do it with
Yeah.
lots of other Sandway employees, and as they're potentially advancing, and really new employees. I think we both have the same interest in mind here. Our goal is for you to get a new manager that is going to do his work. It's going to stick around. He's going to be willing to pay overtime and deal with employees that you don't have to deal with. And I really understand that that's what you want. And that's my goal. I want to be able to help you to make that difference, to work that overtime, to really make it so that you aren't going to have any of those headaches. You've watched me work here for 5 years. I know. I get it. I understand. I do think that only 34, though, it really wouldn't, it might not be worth the effort that it would take on my end. And with the knowledge, with all that overtime and everything that would have to work, I'd be willing to accept 35, as long as maybe we could have a little bit of leeway and maybe paid time off, or potentially stock options, or I'm adding in a bunch of other stuff that I don't know is in the negotiation process. But essentially, I hear you. I understand exactly what you guys are looking for. And I think that I could be the perfect candidate for you guys, and I'm willing to put in the time. But for me, I would need at least 35 to really make it worth the effort that would be coming from on my end.
Okay. I appreciate hearing that, and I appreciate the points you made about being committed to manage the other employees, and having somebody who can hit the ground running, so to speak, would be advantageous. And I balance a lot in my role and in my life, so I really do need someone I can rely on, and somebody who's going to help out rather than starting from scratch. I really do need someone who knows what they're doing and who's very committed. I'm excited to see that you are committed, and although you haven't done a lot of overtime in the past, I'm hearing what you're saying, and I really appreciate that. That is a big need, is a dependable somebody who's here and committed. So I think we can negotiate I think we can agree on 35. I won't be able to promise a raise after a year like I could have, but we can start at 35 and then just see where we're at maybe in 18 months and then see if we can reevaluate after that, if that
Okay.
works for you.
I think I could manage that.
Okay. All right. So I think that's a deal then.
Cool.
I guess.
Handshake.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think that was what we were supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't. There was so much content. I just kept trying to
Yeah.
think. Should I be throwing something else in here? But I don't know. I think it was fine.
Yeah. I That's a really small amount of money.
I know it is, and even
Like
just $3,000 more a year.
that's not much.
I know poor Ken's not going to end up being able to move 40 minutes away. I don't think.
I was negotiating increments of 5,000 for my
Yeah,
position.
yeah,
Like, huh.
yeah. This is a little unrealistic.
Maybe it's not though. I mean, I've never
Yeah,
worked. I don't know.
that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I think maybe if I were you, especially, I would have maybe asked about my plans to stick with the company
Where do
because
you see
all
yourself
I
in
did
5
was
years?
vaguely promise
Yeah,
that I would without actually, which was it did what it was supposed to do. It put your mind at ease.
right.
But yeah,
Yeah, Ken was very persuasive about being committed to the store. But and I did think about asking, where do you see yourself in 5 years? But you were very convincing that you were going to stick around, and you also made the good point of you that hiring somebody different
hmm
would be more work
yeah,
for Karen. And considering all that she has going on in her life with her husband and her kids, I just thought, maybe she really does need somebody
hmm
right now who's just there. And I don't know, she might be aware of the fact that he's a student, and that in
yeah,
the back of her mind, I kind of think, well, you know what, maybe she deep down knows that he's probably
yeah,
on his way out, but you never know until
yeah.
happens.
So
But
okay, I had fun though. I mean,
yeah,
it's so nice that I'm done actually negotiating salary in real life. Like it has been a
yeah.
horrible like 4 months of I've been driving down to Utah like
Ugh.
6 times in the last 8 weeks.
Yeah,
So
it's exhausting. It's
mhm.
exhausting looking for a job, and we've been around that block a couple times and having to like look for jobs and being like investing months, and
Yep.
our family members. Some of our family members are like, what? Like, why don't just like get a job? Like,
Yeah,
don't.
it's easy.
It's a lot of work, and they think he has all this free time. Like my husband, just they're like, oh, what's he doing with his time? And
Just watching television. Like
yeah,
no.
it's a full time job looking for
Yeah.
a job. Yeah, I'm glad that's behind you.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. You like the company that you're working
Mhm.
for?
So I mean, Sling TV. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
Oh yeah.
hmm
Mhm.
They do streaming television, and I mean, I can't say that it's been my life goal to work for Sling TV. Definitely
Yeah.
not that. But it is my life goal to work as a UX designer. And I had a couple different offers on the table, and Sling was the highest, and the other companies couldn't match them. So that
Great.
was what I went with. And they seem to have a good culture. I'll have opportunities to be mentored as a designer, and it'll be
Oh,
good.
that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the culture makes or breaks a job, really.
Mhm.
If you feel like you're in a supportive environment, it's great.
Yeah.
Um, that's even, in my opinion, that sometimes that's even worth taking a little
Taking the
bit
pay
of it.
cut.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, because we've been in some situations where supervisors were like slamming laptops down and like yelling at everybody, and
Mhm.
it was really
Yeah. It's scary. Like it starts to get
demoralizing. Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Were you looking for Utah? Is that what you were?
Honestly, no. If we had it
Yeah.
our way, we'd be out east somewhere.
Oh, okay.
But the Utah tech industry,
Yeah.
I have a huge network down there.
Yeah.
And as soon as I hit 5 years as a UX designer, I can go anywhere in the world and work.
Great.
And
Five
I,
years is not that long.
yeah, get a couple years of experience. The cost of living is really low.
Yes.
And my wife and I don't have any kids yet, so we can
Just
rent
put it in the
something
bank.
for ridiculously cheap and just had our retirement accounts. So
That's great. Do
yeah,
that. That's great. Just stay focused and do that, and you guys will succeed and have a lot of good adventures ahead of you.
that is the
A
goal.
lot of curveballs too,
I know.
but great. Well,
Okay.
that's exciting. I'm congratulations. I'm happy for you, and thanks for taking the time and being so flexible. This week was
No worries.
really unpredictable, and thank you for your patience and flexibility. Really
No,
appreciate
you're good. I appreciate it on your end too.
that. Thanks, Nathan.
All right. Do I send this to you or do I
You
just
know,
submit it?
would you mind? Would you mind sending it to me just so I can put it in mine too? Just cover our bases.
What I'm thinking is upload it to YouTube so it's not this huge file
Okay,
and then just send you a
sure.
link. Is that
Perfect.
okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be great.
And let me know if the link doesn't work or you don't get it or
Okay.
something. I'll figure it out. That way you can turn it in. I'm going to figure that out right now. So I'm not doing
Okay.
it at 9, 10, 11 p.m. tonight.
I know.
So, all right. Let me know
Great.
if there's any issues with recording.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Nathan. Thanks again.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.